All right, what's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to be showing you guys our all-wheel drive tunnel that we have here. This will work for the 02 to 06 Rsx only, and I mean that because I know there's going to be the EP3 guys and the EM2 guys asking for this. This will only work for the Rsx. Now, what is unique from this tunnel versus anything you've probably seen in the market or you've seen everybody do it? As you can see here, how much time we have taken, and you can see here this is completely vented on all the corners here. And why you might be asking we did all that, you can see here, it's because we wanted to be able to slide the seat forward and back. I know it's a very common thing that happens when you do an all-wheel drive RSX. If the tunnel is not perfectly done, what's going to happen is your seat is going to be stuck in a stuck position. You're not going to be able to move it forward or back. And I mean that because it happened to me with my first RSX. When I did our all-wheel drive, my wife would try to drive it. She was able to reach the pedals because we weren't able to move the seat forward back. Because when we did the first tunnel, all we did was just go up, cross, and back down again. And you can see here that is not the case with this. Check out what we have done. What we were looking for was to provide a solution for that. And also while we were doing that, we came out with a solution to do an e-brake. Okay, one of the problems that happens with the RSX is when you go all-wheel drive, you cannot keep your e-brake, and you also can't even keep your center console. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of the car completely being gutted. I think a clean interior is a must, and unless you got everything painted and looking nice, it's really not that worth it to lose maybe 2 pounds off the center console and your car looking like crap. So this was a solution that I really wanted to do, because my other car, again, everything that we learned was from my blue car that's all-wheel drive. Now that one makes a ton of power, but that's not the point. Is that we learned all our mistakes from that car, and we wanted to pass down onto my new RSX, and we wanted to not have the same problems that we did with the other. So with this one, we sat down and we were, how can we make this better from all the mistakes that we went with the other one? And so other people, when they do all-wheel drive their R6, they don't have to go through the struggles that I already did with mine. So this was one of the things that we just sat there, and you can see here the quality that we went, and we wanted to really make this the best possible tunnel with also keeping the e-brake mount. So as of right now, the tunnel, it is just completely tack. The reason we know this, we did this, we were trying to save you guys a cost. We didn't want to fully weld everything and just keep raising the cost and cost. Remember, time is money, so we don't want to completely, we already know that somebody's going to have to weld this in place anyway. So we were like, why not just leave it as minimum as work as we have to? We already can see we did a lot of the work, and let the guy or woman do as they're gonna have to do anyways. They're gonna have to weld the tunnel in place. So there are a couple things that I would need to go over in order to you understand how to properly cut this onto your car and get it measured just perfect. Because if you don't, your center console won't line up properly. So you need to understand, and I hope that when you order, before you even order this, if you already ordered this, you're watching the video and you're gonna be able to know where to cut. Because if you don't, this is not going to work out that good for you. Okay, there's going to be a couple measurements that you need to get them right. If you don't get them right, if you don't cut it right, your center console, it's probably not going to line up properly. Now, one of the biggest things that we wanted to fix was obviously was the seat situation, but was the e-brake. We wanted to keep e-brake. I cannot stand when I did my other car and not have e-brake. It was just driving me nuts. So one of the things that we did over here, you can see here, it looks like literally like a shoe, but you can see how much time we did to develop this piece. And it took a very, very, very long time. And I'm gonna go over in details how this works. And it's very simple. Your stock e-brake mount is gonna be going onto here. So that means your stock factory will not work. And a lot of people just wanna buy the tunnel and expecting to put their stock e-brake back on. You got to remember, the stock, if you go, when you go look at it, your stock e-brake is on a tilt like this. So what happened is when you try to go put this now on a flat surface, it's not going to work anymore. So do be aware of that. If you do not want to keep e-brake, obviously maybe you're running a station brake or whatever you're going to be doing, or obviously you can, that's why I have the two options there on the website. So anyways, let's get it going. So in order to get the shoe I'm gonna say the shoe, literally like a shoe, to get the e-brake mounted properly. Once you have cut it, and I'm gonna go over more in the car, but to get it properly here, you need to get a, I'm gonna put a picture here because I can't remember, because we took a picture of all the measurements and everything with it, and I'm gonna try to put as much pictures as possible. I believe it is 1.25 inches. I will put a picture so you guys can get it, and that's gonna be from the firewall to here. And you can see here what we've done is we have left holes here in case somebody don't want to fully weld it. We have fully welded ours. Maybe they want to drill a hole and pull some bolts and nuts, and same thing here, bolt and nut, okay? Or if you want to fully weld it around, we also have the choice of you doing that. Maybe somebody don't want to go through the whole hassle. I mean, it's easier just to drill, 3 holes here, 2 in the back, put a bolt and nut, and you're ready to go. But we wanted to give, we thought of everything possible to make you guys happy. Obviously, it does take a little bit of work to go into the car, start cutting, getting everything right. Just do be aware of it. Obviously, it is going to be intensive amount of work, but believe it, we have cut more than 50% of your work with already getting this figured out for you. Okay, so we have also made this slightly longer, and the reason we did that is because we don't know in case somebody messes up, they cut too short or too long. And here in the front, I will go in the car and I'll show you exactly where you need to cut. In case you do cut too short or too long, you're at least able to slide this a little bit forward and back. And again, I will put as much pictures as we can, as I can there, because as we did ours on my Rsx here. But let's go without further ado, show you how it looks on the car, and then all the cuts that you need to do in order to get yours to work properly. So first, here is my Rsx, and you can see here we're finishing up all the all-wheel drive stuff. You see all the billet pieces, the rear diff mount, okay? And here is our center console. Obviously, you can put the back piece here, but I'm gonna show you here how it looks. Oh, check it out. You see, you can slide it forward and back. Let me see if I can move the camera here back. Might be ruin the quality. You can see here our e-brake. Okay. Check it out. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have the right parts here to overdrive your Rsx, you're not going to be able to keep e-brake. So do be aware of it. But this is the solution to at least keep the center console and keep the e-brake here in the front. Okay, let me see if I can put the camera quality back here. Okay, because it was looking like crap. Okay, so you can see here how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this back, and then we're gonna go underneath the car, and then I'll bring you guys back up. I'm gonna take the stuff out and show you how that looks. But underneath, let me see if I can move this. Okay, I'm gonna go underneath the car here. I'm gonna actually stop the camera and then bring you guys back on again. So we're underneath the car here. I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly where you need to cut your tunnel. So you can see here how it looks. Quickly overlook how mine looks. Okay. All right, so looking back at the video, I noticed that didn't explain to you guys. So you can see here what we used as a marker was this, pretty much this 2 bolt holes there. Well, one of them doesn't have anything there, but you can see here that one does, and we went up as to cut for the tunnel. And another guide that we used that I also missed, which was totally my fault, and you can see here this bolt right here. I'm gonna put a picture to show you exactly where we mark, that way you guys can follow it and know exactly where you need to cut. So that was one of the things I'm looking at here back at the video. I'm trying to edit it, and I'm noticing that I left that out. So hopefully that will give you guys a little bit more guidance, because you can see here how we go from here and go up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some pictures for you guys so you guys can see it. All right, and then we added our tabs here for our differential mount. So if you want to copy the idea right there, clean, and it works very, very good. It's difficult to add that onto this because it's really not welded onto the tunnel. It's more welded into the chassis than onto the tunnel itself. So it's a difficult piece to really get it perfect for everybody. So that is something that you will need to do or have a shop really get it. I want to say this: make sure they level your vicious coupler properly. If not, you're gonna have a lot of vibration. So, and also you can see here that we welded our e-brake mount plate right there on top. Okay, in order to cut the tunnel here, you can see how we actually did it. Now there's gonna be, you can see here, there's a tiny little groove here, and there's another one here. You can see here, kind of curves. Okay, you can see here a little bit better. So what we've done, okay, we have marked it, boom, 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 all the way across, and you have to cut right here where that groove is. You can see here where it follows. You want to cut it there, okay, and then bring it down. I'm gonna put some pictures there how ours look in order to again give you the idea and more of copy and paste what we have done here. And also our e-brake cables, how we have done it. That was the thing that I did forget to mention there. It is we didn't make the holes because we didn't know if everybody was gonna buy the e-brake tunnel with the e-brake mount. So all we have done is you can see here, we actually even used the stock grommets too. All we did was just literally just make a little hole, slot it, and then we were able to pass the cables through. And you can see here how it actually looks. Okay, see if it'll focus. Okay, and then this one here still uses the factory mount, and then we use a self topper here. We put it underneath here, brought it around, got the cable still going through here. Mind this, again, I'm on the floor here. And then we have our e-brake going here out to our all-wheel drive kit here. You can see here, there's our name on it. Okay, so you can see how it mounts. I go more in details about that, but that is going to be for another day. But just to give you guys a quick look how that looks. But you know, it's going to be the same concept for the other side in order to keep e-brake. But so we're going to come back inside and show you exactly the measurements that you need to have in order to get the center console properly mounted within the e-brake. If you don't do it exactly, I'm gonna put a picture there, you guys can see. I believe it is 8 inches and a quarter. I think I can't quite remember. I know I took the picture there so you guys can see it. So it's gonna be from the back right there wherever you mount it. So once you get it all welded in, it's gonna be right. Well, I'm gonna attach the picture, you guys gonna see it. So that way you guys will know exactly. So one of the things I haven't covered, and that's gonna be the e-brake piece right here, and I'm gonna put a picture. So what we had to actually do, you can see here, this piece is actually bent, and the reason we had to do that, because remember, these cables originally sit low over here, so it doesn't have that issue. Let me see if I can put it down so you can see here how this is bent. So you will need to bend this slightly, just like you can see here, and that does it so it can work properly. So do be aware of it. You're gonna have to bend this just a slight little bit. It's not that much. Okay, so then you may have to, I'm gonna put a picture there for you guys, that way you can see exactly when we did it, to see how it looks. But to give you another look over here in the front, where exactly we ended up cutting, I have plenty of pictures here that we ended up doing when we were cutting the tunnel. But I'm gonna go ahead and slide all the pictures there for you guys so you guys can start getting a look. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the center console here back. Let's see if I can do it here one hand. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Let's put the seat, put it there. I think I'm gonna have to put the phone down and get this to come down. Oh, wow, that's a help. I need to put the e-brake down. Okay, I think I might have to put the phone down. I'm not gonna be able to do this by myself, one hand. So I'm gonna put that down, show you how that looks. But you gotta make sure you bent that little piece. Like I said, hopefully I'll put the pictures there. I should not be forgetting this. Why I'm trying to remember myself here so I can edit it. Pretty simple, not too difficult. It definitely is a little hard when cutting the tunnel, because it is a 2-layer floor. It's not a single layer, so do keep that in mind. You're gonna make a mess. You can see here what I still have my car trying to put it all back together. But just know that your e-brake is gonna work. Obviously, depending on the setup that you have back here, your e-brake will work. But as into keeping everything as stock wise. That's gonna look amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, finish, pretty much button everything up, and you can see here all we did was just drill a little hole in so we can pass the e-brake cables through there. Okay, and this is super simple, guys. This just comes apart. It is not that hard, I promise you. You're gonna have to take everything apart anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the center console back down and show you exactly how everything looks. I'll probably put the seat back on as well, that way you guys can see it. But here we go. So you can see here we got the center console fully back put together. And sorry guys, just drank some water. It is hot out here in Florida. So you can see how it all fits, and this is what I mean. You have to get it at the right distance, because if you don't, what's gonna happen is either you're gonna be too short back or you're gonna be too forward. So before you completely started welding everything, tack everything, test your center console, make sure it's on the right spot, even before you bolt it down, before you start drilling holes everywhere. And then the last piece, I just put a rib nut there, and same thing for the other side to hold the center console from, from like moving or anything. You can see it's completely stuck in place. So over that, I'm happy, no issues on that. But you can see here, like factory, man. I absolutely love that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my seat. Oh, and check out my seat. Actually slides back. Look at that. So you can see how really tight that is. And that is gonna be a really common issue that you get any tunnel, even if you make your own. You can see here how much time we really spend, because we have a bent it, and it really took some time to get this just right, and so you guys can be successful and able to enjoy your car. That's going to be the biggest thing that I want everybody to do, because I struggle with my first all-wheel drive Rsx. There was nothing available. I hated the gut interior. Even that's not really bothers me as much as not having the center, as much as not having the e-brake. That was absolutely terrible. Going anywhere and leave the car on first gear, sometimes it will slide back because it's not as an e-brake. So it was terrible. So hopefully this is help you guys and makes the decision easier what you want to do with your car. But definitely can't go wrong with that e-brake, I promise you. You might think you don't need it, but it's great. Unless it's truly drag car, and then I get it. But this is great, believe me. All right. So again, hopefully the video is helpful, and hopefully the video was helpful as well as to guide you what you want to do with your car.